What's up? This is Jim Bauer here for Odyssey BMX at Interbike 2015. I'm going to show you some of the new stuff we're showing here at Interbike. Some of the new seats. We're calling this one the Growler seat for obvious reasons. And it comes in pivotal or it comes in tripod. And Paul Savekovich is the one who did all the art for this. So we're pretty psyched about this. This is going to be available very, very soon. And something that's available, I think right now, is Chase Hawk's idea to do vintage canvas, on seats. This actually isn't the Chase Hawk shape. This is the principal shape. We also have a Chase Hawk sized smaller seat, and this is actually vintage repurposed Army tent camo. So this is actually, we bought a bunch of tents, surplus, cut them up and turned them into seats. So this is military grade waterproof canvas, but it's also actually repurposed, reused, upcycled vintage stuff. So this is pretty cool, pretty psyched. Going to come in pivotal, also come in tripod versions. So I'm going to talk about the new pedals we have right here. There's a plastic version, excuse my voice, plastic version and Purple Rain metal version. The Purple Rain is a throwback color for our 30th anniversary and also to introduce this product. One of the coolest and most popular colors we ever made. As soon as we did it, everybody copied it, so we stopped doing it, but now it's kind of back because it hasn't been done in a while. The thing about these pedals, more so than the color or anything else, is the shape. They're extra big, they're wider than any other pedal we make, but they're also thinner than anything we make. Usually when we make such a thin pedal, you have to make your spindle weaker because you have to make your spindle smaller. But because of the bearing and the internal order of the parts, we can make this pedal very strong. We're not losing any strength in the spindle while still making it thin. And something that people don't talk about a thin pedal, and something that Dugan really wanted to do when we talked about designing this pedal, was when you come down on the pedal and it's vertical and you kind of snap it down, when the pedal is really thick, it snaps down and your foot is hanging off the back of the pedal. But when it's thin and in this angle, almost no matter where you hit it, it wants to put you more in the position that you should be when you put your foot back down. Another thing with this one is it's plastic, molded in pins. And usually I'm not a fan of this kind of situation because there's not enough grip. But when I got on this pedal for the very first time, I was kind of blown away because it's molded in pins, and actually very few molded in pins, and it actually is very, very grippy. And being so big, I would think in my mind that they wouldn't be very grippy because they're big and they're not, you need skinny pins to stab your shoes. That's what makes them grip. But actually these extra big pins makes them grip even better. I'm not exactly sure why, but it does, and it's really awesome. That's about it. These things are probably the next thing you're going to see out. These should be available before Christmas, probably, hopefully in October, if nothing else comes in its way. And we think you'll be really happy with them. For more information on these pedals, anything else you saw at Interbike this year for Odyssey, go to odysseybmx.com.